Now let's get straight to the market action. Joining us is BD8 Capital Partners CEO Barbara Doran and Truist Wealth co-CIO Keith Lerner. Guys, happy overtime. Keith, CPI was good news. Are stocks due for a bounce?
Yeah, well, hey, John, great to be with you both. Yeah, I do think we were set up for a bit of a bounce. As you may recall, back in late February, we downgraded our view of stocks when we were closer to all-time highs because the weight of the evidence in our work had shifted. And then yesterday, as the market was down, almost 10%, we put out a note that we think we were kind of getting to the ballpark of where we might see at least a bounce. Some of our indicators, whether it's technical indicators or just the contraction in PE that we've seen over the last 2 weeks, suggest that things are getting a bit stretched on the downside, and we expected some reprieve. So today wasn't decisive per se, but at least you saw a bit more of a tug of war as opposed to the one-sided down movement that we've seen over the past couple of weeks. Yeah,
that's true. Barb, though this tariff shadow still looming, if you take the president at his word that these tariffs are not just a threat, a negotiating tactic, they're leverage to force sort of a redesign of global trade norms, has the market even now priced that in? I mean, resetting trade norms could take a while, no?
Yeah, John, that is the key question we're all wrestling with, because obviously the market does not like uncertainty. In fact, the default, as we've seen, is just to sell, quickly and a lot until we know what the drill is. But I think it's getting clear that he is serious about tariffs, but it is a negotiating tactic, and he just wants a quid pro quo. But I think this uncertainty, it will last. We don't know how long it will last, but it will for a while. But I think the market is already adjusting to that. And I think you saw a little bit today. We had good inflation report, even though people know that we could have more inflation that kicks in a month or two, given the tariffs, given Doge, and higher layoffs there. But I think that you can start to nibble here. I think, I don't know if the downside's been put in, but I suspect it has been. But we're not going to know for a while. And particularly when the layoffs start coming in. But I think the Fed is saying, we'll probably have to focus more on growth and jobs more than inflation going forward.